of the Happy Hour Network, Lee Vowell, right after this break. And we're back. We want to say, once again, Happy New Year to everyone. We had two great guests on tonight, Rosalyn Ross, Antwan Staley. We talked NFL. We talked Rooney Rule. We talked Fritz Pollard Alliance. We talked NBA. We talked AAU. We talked yoga and meditation. But we're going to close the show with none other than Mr. Lee Vowell, my friend, my buddy. And Lee, you're on live, and the mic is live. What's going on, brother?
I didn't know this was live. Now I'm really nervous. Oh my gosh! And you saying the Yoda part, it makes me. I can't talk like Yoda, but now I feel like I should try to talk like Yoda for this, which I would never do. I would like to say, Twan, actually, you said you're going to have him back on within a month. That's awesome. He actually is also going to be part of the Happy Hour Network Super Bowl preview show that we're going to have on Super Bowl morning, February 1st.
What?
So.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
Breaking news? Breaking news? Breaking shows? Only Lee? Lee, you are the only one that can do this.
Well, hopefully you got the invite as well.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And Murph will be on there. Tomas Murphy, the Portuguese rendition. No, Murph will be on there, and Twan and you and Todd and myself, and it'll be a good show because we'll have you and Twan and Murph on, and the other. Yeah. Well, if it's Patriots Seahawks, it might be an ugly show, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh my goodness! But yeah, that's going to be great. Happy Hour. We'll have a Super Bowl show, Super Bowl Sunday. We're breaking it right here. So catch it exclusively on the Happy Hour Network. Our radio partners, sorry about that one. This one's for Happy Hour. All right. But Lee, let's get into it. My faithful tag team partner in baseball, beer, and barbecue, the monthly show that soon will be going weekly as we get ramped up for the MLB season, MLB 15. Will the Mets, will the Dodgers, will they do anything except spend our money and waste our time? Lee, I mean, there was a Hall of Fame ballots. The final candidates were announced. I'm not so happy because the Pizza Man, I'm happy because the Pizza Man will get in 2016. But give me your thoughts on the Hall of Fame, the voting, the blog, the show. And the show is going to be this Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So catch us there.
Catch
us on Twitter.
That's breaking news. That is breaking news. You just
breaking
broke
news.
You just broke the news.
I gotta get the soundbite, Lee. Dun 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 dun. Go ahead, Lee. Take it from here.
Wow, how old are we? Because we both know that soundbite. I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. And you can find our blog, and Todd Vandenberg writes for that as well now. It's baseballbeerbbq.wordpress.com. But I put up something yesterday. Everyone seems to be complaining about the fact that there's a limit to 10 as far as the ballot goes, that each voter, and there's, over 500 voters, slightly less than 600, but, that you can only have 10 on the ballot. But the issue I have is the voters themselves, because even though you can have 10, you would think you would have a general grouping of maybe 6 to 7 every year, but 4 is the most we get in ever. This is the first time since 1955 that this has happened. So, yeah, the issue is that we're not voting in enough, and a lot of voters don't want to vote for people because it's their first time on the ballot, so they don't vote for them. I totally agree with you about Mike Piazza, though. Mike Piazza, 69.6 is what he made this year. He's moving up a little bit. He'll definitely, now that I've jinxed him, because I hope he goes in as a Dodger. I know you want him to go as a Met, but he deserves to be, either way, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. But, for the voters, if a guy is a Hall of Famer, why wait? If Piazza is a Hall of Famer, okay, so we're putting 4 in. There's no rule that we can have up to 10. And that's the issue I have, I guess, with people who are arguing against the 10 is that we don't even have 10. We don't even have 5. Never have 5. 1955, we had 4. Before that, 1936. We had more because that was the first year. But it's ridiculous. 2 years ago, we had nobody get in. Last year we had 3. This year we had 4. It's the most we've had in a 2-year period since 1954, 1955. People are just not voting in enough people, and it comes down to the fact of, if you're a Hall of Famer, if Ted Hicks is a Hall of Famer, and I think he is, he belongs in the Hall of Fame. Don't wait second or third year until, the class, we want to put these people in, Okay, we've got the big 3, so we'll add Biggio because he's moving up. He's going to be the 4th guy. We don't want to have a 5th guy. It's ridiculous because Piazza is going to get in next year, and it's just people waiting for him to be. It'll be Piazza and Griffey next year, and that'll probably be the only 2. Maybe Bagwell, but, Piazza definitely number 1 in home runs, catching, hitting all time, number 1 in slugging, 4th in RBI. The guy, and you know this because you're a Mets fan, deserves to be in.
Mm-hmm. He does. Hands down, deserves to be in. Got to ask you a question, and I really don't want to ask you to fully answer it. So give us a teaser answer because on Saturday we're going to delve into this. I mean, you have Bob Nightingale, USA Today, Joe Posnanski on NBCSports.com. They're writing that it's time to let in McGuire, the Sochas, the Barry Bonds of the world, the steroid era. It's time to let those guys in. And I know we're going to go in depth on Saturday, but I want to just, if you wanted to give us if it was possible to give us a 15-second answer, yes or no, is it time for those type of, the tainted players to be elected and allowed into the Hall of Fame?
Integrity is a big part of the voting rules, and, if you don't at least admit to it, and I think that's a big part of it, then no, they should not get in. Is that 15 seconds? That was like the 10 or 11, right?
That's so. It was about 13.2 seconds, but no one's talking.
Sosa doesn't belong in at all, I'll say that. Sosa doesn't. It's not whether he took PEDs. His numbers are just, he hit a bunch of home runs. He doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame, though.
Right. And like I said, the best thing about this is, and this is me kind of steering the car a little bit to the left, the best thing about this is you and I, and if there's several of us that love the sport of Major League Baseball. We go to games. We go to various stadiums. And that's why I'm excited to do the show weekly, starting February, whatever. And because, there's so many football shows that are out there. There's so many basketball shows that are out there. We have our friends handling soccer shows. But, how many shows are dedicated to MLB that aren't already associated with the MLB network? So I'm happy for our show. I'm happy for us, and that we're going to have, different people joining us from time to time, Lee. So I'm really excited about it. I'm excited that 2015 is here. I'm excited about the Happy Hour Network and some of the things that we're going to be doing this year.
Yeah, and it's people who love baseball talking about baseball. We may not be, at least I'm not the smartest guy in the room, so I'm not going to be saying this guy's sabermetrics or this. I'm just going to be talking about it from a passionate standpoint. And baseball is my favorite sport, and I believe it's your favorite sport. And you're right, there's a lot of football, there's a lot of soccer shows, basketball shows, not enough baseball, and there's definitely, with baseball season, obviously, there's stuff to talk about every week because we have games every day. It's not like football once a week, So we're definitely, we could do a daily show, and it would be awesome. But yeah, weekly feels like it's going to be too slow during the season. So yeah, definitely, we'll kick off next month, middle of February, and we'll break it down. Each show up until the season starts will be division by division preview. So we'll definitely have to spend a lot of time on each division talking about changes and predictions on what's going to happen.
You know what's great about it is it takes us both out of our comfort zones. Because I know you love to talk Mariners and you love to talk Dodgers and I love to talk Mets, but hey, we're going to have to spend some time talking about the White Sox. We're going to have to, go from coast to coast. So I'm really excited about it. Check us this week, 10:30, Happy Hour Network. Check us on Twitter. I believe you will like the show. Lee, tell us the best way to get in contact with you because we're closely running out of time. Our corporate sponsors will only allow for an hour.
Well, Brushy Mountain State Prison. No, I'm just kidding. Visiting hours are. No, at Lee Vowell on Twitter. You can at Baseball Beer BBQ and at Happy Hour Net. I'm also on Facebook, but you can definitely tweet me at those places. Tweet us at those places, even better. So, and it's always an honor to be on this show. It's Late Night Parents, a great show, and you always do a great job. And I appreciate you asking me on. Anytime you want me, I'm here.
Oh, definitely. I really appreciate it, and as always, it's so good to work with you and work with the new team, and just like I said, there's just a level of excitement. Big news about the football Super Bowl show. That's really great, and we're going to say we're out. Really quick, I want to say, as I mentioned at the start of the show, with Stuart Scott passing, Brian Burwell passing, I had my friend, this is the second anniversary of my friend Melvin Rhodes, hence, with him passing. So we're going to close out with I Reminisce Over You. Folks, we love you. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on Saturday for the Baseball, Beer, and Barbecue, and next Wednesday, 8 o'clock for Late Night Parents. Thanks again. Love you much. I reminisce.